The purpose of power is to implement policy, right? If you have political power, why do you have it? It's either to maintain the status quo because you like what is happening, you want to protect it, or because you want to change something, all right? So as I've watched the Trump campaign, and by the way, for those of you who are tired of hearing about Donald Trump, I apologize, but it appears to me that the man is going to be the Republican nominee. And so we had better look at him, and we'd better assess where he is going to take us, what he's all about, Alfie, all right? The purpose of power is to affect public policy. And as I've watched analysts on television, read things, blogs, opinion pieces, there's a visceral hatred for Donald Trump. And some of it comes from people that condemn him for being a populist or a nationalist. Some of these highbrow so-called thinkers are actually making comparisons to him and Adolf Hitler, because Hitler was a populist and a nationalist. As if being a populist or a nationalist was inherently evil, and it's not. A populist is someone who has the perception of being concerned about the average man, what the population feel. A nationalist is somebody who wants to put their nation first. Can somebody explain to me why these are inherently evil? They're not. The problem is that the people who are decrying his populism and his nationalism, generally speaking, despise the Second Amendment, despise the right to life. So Donald Trump now says, I'm pro-life. I want judges that would overturn Roe versus Wade. I will sign a bill to defund Planned Parenthood. That's a populist position. And the people who hate Trump hate those positions. It's a populist position, a nationalist position to say we have to have a temporary ban on Muslims coming into the country till we figure out what's happening. We have to have a border. We have to build a wall so that we have control of our own country. These are not immoral positions. They are nationalist positions. But what is wrong with being a nationalist if putting your nation's best interest in mind is in fact ethical? I'll put it to the critic. You tell me how it's unethical to want to know who is coming into your country. How is that unethical? How is it unethical to want to be able to control your border? It's not unethical. Every country in the world does it. I heard recently, I don't know if the figure is true, I think Sean Hanley might have said it, that 1,500 people were allowed to become legal immigrants to Mexico last year. That number seems so astronomically low, I can't believe it. But we have 11, 12, 13 million illegal immigrants in this country. So when Donald Trump is touching that nerve that is populist and nationalist, he's igniting something. Actually, that's not true. He's fanning the flame of embers and flames that already exist. People who have had it with America getting thrashed, with our border having millions of people come over and taking jobs from Americans. We are, if we're U.S. citizens, we are Americans. And we can want to help Mexicans, and we can want to help Nigerians or Syrians or the English or the French. Doesn't matter. We can want to help. But at the end of the day, we are still part of a body politic that is called America. And so whether it's Ted Cruz, all right, Ted Cruz also holds populist views. Ted Cruz holds nationalist views. You better believe he does. The difference between Ted Cruz and Donald Trump. I've got to take a break. I'll tell you what it is when I come back. And I'm also going to play this clip about Liberty University MSNBC, CNN, we've got a lot to cover. Don't leave me, all right? Unless you need to. But how could you possibly need to? Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas referred to John Locke twice in his dissent in the Obergefell decision. John Locke is referred to as the philosopher of American liberty. He was a genius, and he not only believed in natural law, but he believed in revealed law, the Word of God, the law of God. And he is one of the two most influential philosophers on the founders of this republic. We are offering you this book, and I'm going to give you my book as well, The Sword. The Sword, the subtitle is The Blessing of Righteous Government and the Overthrow of Tyrants. It looks at what is the legitimate purpose of government and when is it our right to overthrow government like they did with the Declaration of Independence. We will send you these two books if you simply pay for the shipping and handling, $8, and then give whatever else you want. And by the way, the $8 doesn't cover our cost, but if that's all you can afford, we'll send them to you for the $8. God bless you.